Good evening, everybody. It is Megan. I'm with Peppi Gel. I am super excited tonight to show you our Peppi Gel application. We're actually going to go a little bit wild this evening and show you some of my favorite blues. So tonight we're going to be working with He Blew My Mind, Cinderella, Man o' War, Stone Cold, and Girl Yes. We wanted to show you the full range of different blues that we have available. We're also going to be using step 1, step 2, and step 3. We are a unique 3-step process. You will also need a buffing block, a nail file, and a brush. So we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. Again, we're going to show you some of our favorite blues this evening. So we're going to start with our step 1. Step 1 is the liquid that adheres the powder to the fingernail. So with this process, I prefer to do 3 coats of each. So 3 coats of step 1 and 3 dips of powder. I'm going to go ahead and dip into He Blew My Mind. On your first go around with your liquid, make sure that you don't go all the way to the cuticle. This will help prevent any lifting that you might have. This is a fun process. This is something that you can do at home on your own. We're going a little bit slower tonight just to kind of show you everything, but it generally takes me about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to do both of my hands. So we're going to go ahead and go into Man o' War now. Peppi Gel is a great process for anybody that is super busy or has a wild lifestyle, or just anybody in general. Peppi Gel lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, so it's great for everybody with just about any lifestyle, with just about any adventure style as well.
Christina asks, are any of them sparkly?
We do. We have quite a few sparkly colors. The ones I'm using tonight are not sparkly. We do have a blue called Sapphire Glitz that's just gorgeous. It has some sparkles in it. We also have Barbie, Oz Red. We have quite a few colors, Midnight Twinkle, Pixie Dust, Starlight, that all have some gorgeous sparkles in them. So we're done with our first go round. Now we're going to go ahead and make sure you brush off the loose powder. Make sure before you start your process that you sanitize your hands really well. Wash them good. Make sure you don't have any lotion on your fingernails or anything like that. We're on our second go round of step number 1. You can do 2 or 3 coats. I personally have very weak fingernails. These are my very own fingernails. So I used to be a pretty good nail biter, and I am now able to grow my own nails, which is amazing. So again, tonight we're working on our blues. We have a couple more blues than what we're showing, but I picked some of my favorites this evening. I'm headed into Cinderella right now. I wanted to show you just the different shades. Peppi Gel is great. Again, it lasts 2 to 3 weeks. Depends on how quickly you want to change colors, how fast your nails grow. It does take acetone to remove it. It does take about 10 to 15 minutes to remove the acetone, to remove the Peppi Gel with acetone. You can either soak your fingers off, soak off the Peppi Gel with the acetone, or you can do the aluminum foil method. So whichever is easiest for you. My partner likes to wrap with foil. I preferably soak mine off. So just depends on your style. We're headed into Stone Cold, a very beautiful light blue color. Very popular this year for this nice summer that we're having. We have about 80 plus colors to pick from. As someone mentioned earlier, we do have quite a few gorgeous sparkly colors, all the way from your dark blacks, your purples, your greens, all the way down to just your natural pinks and nude colors. So we are a 3-step dipping process, step 1, 2, and 3. We are still on the first step. I recommend that you knock the powder off in between. If you are generally an acrylic wearer, this stuff is a little bit healthier for you than acrylic. It doesn't have some of the different chemicals that acrylic has in it. And this is something you can do at home. So you don't have to go to the nail salon and wait and sit and wait for 45 minutes to have your nails done. You can make them look fabulous at home. Some colors that I'm loving right now are, we have a bright pink color called So Sexy. We have some gorgeous sun colors going on right now that change in the sun. Hypnotic is a beautiful one. We also have some mood changing colors that change from hot to cold. So when you're going from your air conditioned to your outside in that hot summer sun, we have some fun things for you this summer. I'm now on my 3rd go around of my step number 1 and my 3rd dip of powder. We are going to be dipping into Man O' War. Does anybody have a favorite color out there currently? Anybody have anything that they've ordered that they're just madly in love with that they'd like to share? I'm headed into Stone Cold right now. For some reason you get a little ridge. Sometimes the powder doesn't buff in evenly. You just go ahead and pat it down. And then you'll buff everything smooth here in a minute. So we're on to our 3rd and last coat here of step number 1.
Tipsy Elf.
Tipsy Elf, that one's pretty. I love that color. I know next week we're going to be showing you guys a recipe on how to mix different colors together to come up with your own creation, so that will be fun. So we're now on our 3rd go around of our step number 1. Step number 1 is the liquid that adheres the powder to your fingernail. We are showing off our blues tonight, so we've got He Blew My Mind on my pinky. We've got Cinderella, Man O' War, Stone Cold, and Girl Yes, just to kind of show you the different options. The next step is step number 2. Step number 2 will go ahead and harden our powder to our fingernails. You'll want to go ahead and wait about 1 minute to 2 minutes to go ahead and let it set, and then we'll go ahead and buff it.
Catherine also said she likes sparklies. I don't know if she was on before, but she says, do you have any?
Yes, we do. We have a couple really good sparkly ones. We've got some really pretty sparkly silvers, a really pretty Barbie pink. We've got a blue that is called Sapphire Glitz. That's gorgeous. We have a couple different sparkly ones. We've got a color called Beach Bum that's got some sparkles in it. We have quite a few awesome options when it comes to sparkles. Those have been very popular this summer.
Alyssa asked what types of color mixtures.
This next week on Tuesday at the same time at 8 o'clock, we are going to be showing you how to make Army Green. So we're going to show you what 2 color powders you'll need to use to create Army Green. So the fun part about Peppi Gel is you can play with it a little bit. You can take some different colors, mix them together to create your own. That's always fun. But next week we're going to show you how to achieve that. Alright, so we've waited about 1 minute here with our step number 2. We've already gone through our step number 1. So we're gonna go ahead and buff the fingernail. This helps you smooth out any imperfections that you might have. Again, this is my own fingernails. I used to be a nail biter. I'm able to grow my own nails, which is awesome.
Mandy asks, mine never stay on longer than a few days. What am I doing wrong?
Well, Mandy, one thing you want to make sure you're doing is wash your hands really good. Sometimes if you have any oils or lotions on your fingernail beds, they'll tend to go ahead and it will lift. You want to go ahead and lightly buff your fingernail bed first to rough it up a little bit. This also helps your powder to stick. And make sure on your first go around of your Peppi gel that you don't get it right up next to the cuticle. Some people do have some problems when you go right up next to the cuticle. It gets too thick, causing it to lift, and then you might see the nail to peel off over time. So make sure you buff that fingernail, wash your hands really good before, and don't go all the way to the cuticle on your first go round.
Ari asks, how do we remove the gel after?
So after you're done and you're ready to switch colors or just take it off, you'll want to go ahead and use acetone. Make sure you use pure acetone, not just normal nail polish remover. You will either soak your fingers in a little bowl of acetone for about 10 to 15 minutes, depends if you do 2 or 3 layers, or you can use the aluminum foil method where you wrap your fingernail with a cotton ball and some aluminum foil. So
Tell Mandy she's welcome. Mandy says thank you.
you're welcome. Where's everybody from? I love to see where all of our clients and future clients are from. We're in Northern Virginia tonight. It's thunderstorming and raining. I'm wishing we had some sunshine, man.
Ari says thank you.
We've shipped orders to Hawaii. We've shipped orders all over the place. New York, Ohio.
Palm Springs, Cincinnati,
Woohoo!
Oregon, Ohio.
Oregon, Ohio. I love it. New York. Texas. Pittsburgh. Woohoo! Louisiana. Manassas. You're right in my backyard. I love it. Alright, so we've gone ahead and buffed our fingernails, and we're going to go ahead and put on our second coat of step number 2. The second coat of number 2 hardens anything that might have been loose. It also keeps your color from your top coat from soaking into the fingernail.
Christina says, can I buy every single color? I want them all.
Oh yes.
Where do they get them?
You get our colors off of www.peppigel.com. You can see a picture of all the different colors we offer and all the different collections. Again, we have 80 plus colors to choose from, so which is absolutely great. One of my new favorites is a color called Girls Trip. I think we have a most recent picture of that up on Facebook. It's a very bright pinkish orange, which is awesome for the summertime.
And where can they get the acetone?
The acetone, I buy it from a Sally's. You can get it off Amazon. I just got a jug from Sally's tonight, actually.
Somebody said Walmart.
Walmart, yep, that's a good place too. I don't think I've seen it at Target, but yeah, make sure it's 100% pure acetone. The stuff, just normal fingernail polish remover is not going to cut it for you. You end up soaking forever. So now that we've put our step number 2 on, you're going to go ahead and let this sit for a minute or two. One thing that I recommend is just kind of shaping your tips up a little bit. I've kind of shaped them beforehand, but I'm just going to take away any rough edges. So we're going to go ahead and do this.
Catherine says, do you have a studio where you can come visit?
We do not have a studio. If you are in our backyard in Northern Virginia, we'd be happy to try to meet with you and show you the different colors if you're around. Alright, so we've gone ahead and let this sit. We are going to put our top coat on, step 3. Again, it's important to wait in between step 2 and step 3 at least a minute. If you touch your step 3 brush right on your fingernail after step 2, you're going to go ahead and harden your number 3 brush. So that's definitely no fun. We do sell a brush softener that will help you soften those bristles. And we have the buffer blocks and nail files as well. Now one thing, again everybody, we got colors of all kinds. We got sparkly colors, we've got bright fluorescent colors, we have a bright green, we've got some gorgeous reds, pinks, orange, black, blues. We have just about any color you can think of.
Melissa asked, when done correctly, how long on average should the color last?
When you do your fingernails correctly, it should last about 2 to 3 weeks. I had mine on this go around for 2 weeks. I did take them off just so I could go ahead and show you the blues. So I'm going to have some pretty fun fingernails for the next couple weeks. Again, we're doing our blues tonight. On my pinky, I have He Blew My Mind. Cinderella is on my ring finger. My middle finger, which I'm painting right now, is Man o' War, gorgeous color. Stone Cold is going to be our blue, light blue. Then on my thumb is going to be Girl Yes. So I wanted to show our blues. Since we're having a rainy day here in Virginia, I wanted to brighten it up a little bit. So now that we've put this on, I know one frustration, at least for myself, anytime I would use regular nail polish, I would paint my nails and a minute or two later it'd still be wet and you'd be blowing and drying and it'd still be wet. One good thing about Peppi Gel here, in about a minute or two we're going to touch on my fingernails and they're going to be dry. So pretty quick. We went slow tonight so you can see the process. This takes normally about 20 minutes for you to do yourself, which is amazing. It doesn't peel, chip, and flake like your normal nail polish would, and it definitely lasts a lot longer. So again, this is something you can buy at www.peppigel.com. We have 80 plus colors. You can see some of our stuff on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're not following us on Instagram, you can find us there at Peppi Gel. We sell buffer blocks to help the process, so you don't have to go hunting for them. Again, we're showing our blues off today. My pinky has He Blew My Mind, Cinderella, Man o' War, nice blue, dark blue color, Stone Cold, and then on my thumb we have Girl Yes. These are my own fingernails, everybody. They're not tips. I used to be a nail biter. I'm able to grow my fingernails, which is awesome. And then you'll need step 1, step 2, and step 3. Out of one powder container, you should get about 25 plus manicures. Out of your liquids, about 30. So we're gonna go ahead and touch my fingers now. It's been about a minute and a half, and they're completely dry. So unlike normal nail polish, you're not gonna sit there, wait forever, then look down and see that you have smudged them. So those are my fingers tonight. You guys are gonna see some fun colors here for the next couple weeks. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and make some comments and we'll go ahead and respond. Stay tuned next week for some fun color mixing. We're going to show you how to make army green, which will be absolutely awesome. So we're going to show you some different ways that Peppi Gel can be used. So again, next Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we will also next week, stay tuned, be giving away one free color to one of our viewers. Again, on our starter kits, you get 10% off your first starter kit. So when you go to our website, it will cue you to put in your email and we'll go ahead and email you code. If you're not a Peppi Gel user, we would absolutely love for you to try us out for the first time. Don't be rough on yourself the first go round. It takes about 1 or 2 go rounds till you can really work it in like normal nail polish. Anything takes a moment to learn. Again, it takes about 10-15 minutes to soak it off with acetone. Recommend that you buff the fingernail bed first. Wash your hands really well. No lotion or oils on those fingernails. Then go ahead and start in with your step 1. We do 2 to 3 steps of 1 with the powder. I have very weak fingernails, so I choose to do 3 because I'm trying to grow them out. Then you follow it through with 2 steps of number 2, 2 steps of number 3, and then you're done. About 15-20 minutes total to get everything done. Yeah, you want me to? I'm Megan, just so you guys know. I'm one of the Peppi Gel owners, so if you're wondering what I look like, I'm not really done up tonight. But it's nice to meet you guys. We value our clients, and we're super excited for you guys to go ahead and try us out. Again, we're trying some blues tonight. You can go ahead and see the names down here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do we have to wrap our tips in acetone for the color to come off? Or does it wipe off? If you wrap your fingernails with the cotton ball and the acetone, you go ahead and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and when you pull the cotton ball and the foil off and rub pretty good, it should come off all of the way. I personally soak mine off. My partner Tiffany, she goes ahead and she wraps and uses the foil method. So it depends on your preference. Again, next week, guys, we're gonna give away free color. Invite your friends to come watch, and we're super excited to show you mixing 2 colors to make army green. We will have Island Oasis, we're hoping should be back in stock by this weekend, if not Monday or Tuesday the latest. So we're super excited to get that color back in. So that's one of the blues that we do have. We also have a blue called Sapphire Glitz, a bluish green called Summer Breeze, which is really pretty. So these are the blues that we have. Again, I encourage you to go online and check us out and see what you have, what different colors we have. You guys have a great evening. Stay tuned next week, and thanks for watching.